guys, we're back again today with my brother James.
Hello.
Special guest star appearance. Anyway, as you can tell, I kind of get a little on the goofy side when I'm around him because he kind of pulls that out of me. For no good reason, it's just I look at his face and he's here. Oh no. So anyway, today we are going to be doing the sibling tag. I've been watching some of these videos on YouTube and thought I'd give this a whirl because I have him here like locked in today. He's stuck with me. We're going to do this and hope we'll have a little fun with it. We're going to start off with the question number 1, which is, who is older of us? He is the elder by about, it's not quite 3 years. It's about 2 years, 8 months. We don't really think about that. I don't really think about it. I think we're at an age where I don't really think about the difference in years as much. We're just kind of adults.
Well, I do think of you as my little sister, but not, like, way younger. So, yeah, being taller helps some of that, too.
It's true. Well, you can't tell right now, but yes, he is taller than me. All right, number 2, what is the last text you said to each other? This is a bad question. We don't text.
I have no idea.
I think the last text I sent him was a couple days ago. I told him, I'm sorry, I can't come. I'm thinking of you. I think that was about it.
Oh yeah, that was at my graduation ceremony.
Yes, I let him know I wasn't going to be able to come to the small ceremony he went to because we didn't have enough time to get there. It was kind of we didn't know it was going to happen until it was just about to happen, and we didn't have enough time to drive and get there. So I let him know that I was thinking about him, but I couldn't be there, and I apologized all over the universe. So I think we need to get our text game on, because we don't do that. We just usually talk when we see each other, because we see each other quite often. Number 3, what do you like about each other? Well, that's a loaded question. Can we just leave it down to one thing, or just how long do you guys have? Or you have?
Well, I'll pick one thing. I like it that my sister is a very genuine person. Okay, she does have a telephone voice, and I guess by extension a YouTube voice, but other than that, she is a very caring and generous person.
Okay, I try not to. I literally start a video every time thinking my voice is not gonna change this time, and then it does. It's just a totally unconscious thing. Anyway, what do I like about James? I like that he will, if you're having a bad day, you don't necessarily have to say anything. He'll just kind of look at you and know that you're having a bad day, and he'll just kind of, even if he just comes up and just kind of gives you a little back rub, it's nice because you know in that gesture that he cares about you, and I think that's a really nice quality, and I appreciate that about him a lot. So, I mean, that's just one thing off the top of my head. No. Alright, number 4. What don't you like about each other? I warned him let's not embarrass each other too much before we started this one.
Well, I mean, actively dislike.
Like I said, how long do you have? Alright, so I'll start. One thing I don't really like about James, it's kind of a pro-con type of a thing. He can get so focused on a project that he'll get so ingrained in it, he will completely tune out everybody or everything else. He's very focused on a project when he's in the middle of it, and don't tell him or ask him to do something when he's focused. He won't get it.
Oh, it's a strength, but it has flip side. So yeah.
I may have to crop out some silence here. Maybe I'll come back to that one in the end. Okay, apparently he doesn't not like anything about me.
I'm not saying that.
Okay, the next question, number 6, is what is your funniest moment?
Funniest moment. Like it being intentionally funny or unintentionally?
I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna say this much. My funniest, the thing I can go back to is, for some reason, me, James, and a glass of milk do not combine well. It seems like every time I am with James in a room and I'm trying to drink milk, I end up almost getting it shooting out of my nose, even if he's not trying to be funny.
Well, I have a theory on that.
For some reason, it's just I just choke on milk
Well,
when
you
he's in the
notice, though,
room.
you notice though, people say they like, you know, squirting milk out of their nose, but think about it, how often do people just sit down and just drink a big glass of milk? Usually, when they're drinking milk, they're either eating cereal, you know, when they have that along with it, or they're having some kind of like treat or snack
Cookie.
food, yeah, cookie or something, and that's gonna give you the sugar high and make you, and it tastes good, so it's gonna get you in a more up
Jovial.
mood. Yeah, that's my theory on it.
So
I
it
mean,
must
just,
be that me with milk means me with cookies, plus James just.
yeah, like, well, I like to laugh. I like to, you know, I like to be humorous about it.
Sometimes, let's be real, we can just be across the room, look at each other, and just start laughing without even saying anything.
Well,
It just can, like, we do, like, the staring competition type of a thing.
I
Like,
wouldn't say that.
who can. It's kind of along that line. Like, let's see who can hold out longest.
Well, okay. Well, you may not think about it so much, but she's actually a pretty serious person. Christy's actually a pretty serious person. She cares about a lot of things and people and stuff, and sometimes she, you know, that can get kind of heavy, and I like to help lighten some of that if I can.
It's true. If I'm having a bad day, a lot of the times, if I need an escape, I'll either find a comedy type thing on YouTube or I'll talk to James. Unless he's not in a good mood, and then we're both sunk.
Oh, but then you said, like, you just look at each other and you realize this is
True.
kind of stupid. We can't stay, you know, mopey too long, so then we start laughing.
It's true. He brings out the total goofball in me. It just never fails.
Well, I've known her
Alright.
since she was tiny, so I've seen her at her goofiest.
It's true. Alright, number 10. Describe each other in 3 words. I would say, again, another word is sincere. I think he's a very genuinely sincere person. He's very studious. He takes his schoolwork very, very seriously. But also, he is creative. I think he's really creative as well. And I want him to, like, do my artwork for my book someday. Maybe.
Well, if you make
If
books,
I ever get it
you make,
written.
like illustration stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
I would like that actually. You haven't given me anything yet to work on.
That's true. I need to find time.
3 words.
Mm.
I would say caring, because you care a lot for people, and you give a lot of thought for other people. I guess also that's another thing. When somebody asks me a question, I like to give a lot of thought to it, so I'm not necessarily the best at spontaneous questions. I will say it's part of your personality that maybe has, in more recent times, we haven't seen quite as much, but you do like to have fun a lot. And I don't know if she's mentioned it. I don't think she likes it a lot, but some years ago we got a nickname for her, called her Crispy.
I've never mentioned it. No.
Basically, and I liked it because basically she has kind of a spunky, fun side to her personality, and lively, lighthearted, fun, and I would like to see a bit more, because I know that obligations and responsibilities, things can get heavy, but I like that part of you, and I hope to see some more of that going forward.
The other unspoken part of that is they like Krispy Kremes.
Well, I know.
And it rhymed with my name, Christy Crispy. Yeah. So it's a 2-parter name.
Yeah, so that's 2.
Fine.
That's caring. Well. Okay, not crispy. No.
Caring crispy.
That wasn't actually the word that was evocative of something, but fun-loving, you could say, or spunky, or something like that. Third one, probably generous. Okay, so what do we get? We get
caring, crispy,
fun-loving, and generous.
All right, and then I said genuine, studious, and creative.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Just so you remember that. Okay. Number 9, what do you do for fun? I think we've kind of already been talking about this. This is my viewpoint. We like to do this thing, which I might show you a little example of later on in a later video, where we like to come up with these stupidest sounding names that could actually be like legitimate names for children.
Oh, we haven't done that a lot. But
We
once in
do
a-
that. It can be so fun. And so we like to just like take abstract words or items and say, now what if I named my child this? And it can be really fun. I know that sounds stupid, but
Well, I know we have.
we like word games. We actually like word games.
I know a thing for a while has been like, it's been more common in recent times that someone will have a first name that is basically more traditionally been a last name.
Like Miller Thompson or something like that.
Miller Thompson or something that's traditionally been a last name and it's used as a first name and it gives kind of this posh feeling, vibe to their name, and we're just kind of taking that out a little further, like one that you came up with, Billings as a first name.
Yes. We're gonna explore this a little bit further in a future video, but yeah, that's actually something I like to do. It's not. I think the typical answer would be like, we like to watch movies together, or I would love to say go like hiking or something. I'd love to do that, but since I'm not quite as active as I used to be, won't go into that. We like to kind of do things that are more mental challenges, so I think that can be really fun.
I do like to get outside and stuff.
Right.
I like to take walks and ride my bike and go and, I'd like to travel more now that I'm going to have more time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, number 11. Who keeps a cleaner room?
That's actually kind of a tough one.
It is no, I think I probably do, just because I tend to not. If I get something out of order, I generally put it back in order pretty quick. I
guess I can, once in a while, I'll go through and I get things organized and I make it nice, but then it can kind of fall off of it, because like you said, I can be very focused, and so when I focus on the thing of having things organized, I can make them very nice, but then I'm focused on other stuff and I can let it lapse and I have to fix it again. So
trust me, with some of the hobbies I do, I can make a big mess. Like if I'm making my jewelry or things like that, I'll have stuff strewn all over the place, but I can't stand it that way, so I have to put it back. But yeah, it can be messy for a while, and then I try to tidy it once I'm done. Number 12. What's something weird that you eat? And I think we're supposed to say that about the other person.
Stinky feet flavored jelly beans is one of the strangest things that I personally eat.
I would say.
I immediately spit it out, but.
Yeah. So what is the weird thing that you eat and that I eat?
Thing that I eat.
He likes marshmallows.
I like marshmallow as a word. I think it's an inherently funny word.
Okay.
It's a tiny pillow you can eat. I mean, come on.
Well, this is a little challenging because we're both gluten-free, and so we don't have quite the huge world of foods to eat on that normal people would have. But we like to play around with condiments, so James really likes mustard.
I like
on things, and I keep telling him he needs to try like vanilla ice cream with mustard and see how that would taste.
No, I found just as a snack, if I want something, I've had a tendency to kind of go heavy on the carbs, and sometimes I just want to munch on something, and I found that like I can get a bowl of little carrots and just like some mustard, and if I want something that doesn't have a lot of sugar or carbs in it, I just munch on that for like an hour, and I'm not gonna be getting a bunch of junk I don't need, and that I don't mind. Other than that, I don't eat a lot of mustard. It's just that's one weird combination I found that doesn't have a lot of fat or sugar or carbs or anything. It's something to munch on. Maybe unusual combos that I found. I like tortilla chips and applesauce.
That's actually not that bad. That's really not. One thing I did love, which was maybe weird but maybe not, I really loved eating Fritos with peanut M&Ms. That was so good. It was like the sweet and salty combination.
Wow.
Oh, it was so good. I've missed that because I don't eat Fritos now because they're corn, and I don't eat peanut M&Ms because they're peanut. So I don't eat it. But
you can't eat peanuts?
I'm not eating peanuts because they're actually legumes. I found this. I did more studies.
I keep on hearing more things she's not eating.
All right, number 13. What does the other think about the most?
The other.
Like, I'm supposed to answer what you think about the most, and you're supposed to answer. I know James likes video games. He probably has video games on his mind quite a bit.
Well, that's been something that it's an outlet, and it's something to break up the monotony of the technical stuff.
Other than that, probably he's very thinking about what he's going to do with the career now that he's finishing up college. That's probably what he's thinking about a lot.
Yeah. My major has been in mechanical engineering, but I'm really looking for ways to try to branch out and maybe not just end up just in that field. So kind of thinking about exploring other options of things I may try to branch into.
Okay, now what do I think about the most?
Um,
Probably what I'm going to cook next.
a combination of what you have to do right now and what you want to do longer term. Trying to figure out, ways of making things happen and planning different stuff, and break it into short-term planning, like what you have to do today, like things to take care of this.
I'm a list maker.
And then longer-term planning of like what possibilities are and what you'd like to pursue longer term.
And also what I'm going to cook next.
That's a big part of the short-term plan.
Okay, what, number 14. Who reads more? You've probably been reading more because of your
That's a tough one.
studies, but I read a lot for entertainment.
Because I actually have not read many books, just sat down and read any books other than textbooks in a long time.
Yeah, I get game apps where I'm reading stories.
Yeah, so right now, she probably reads more than me.
Yeah, probably, plus I'm doing my audiobook clips, so yeah.
Yeah, and a while ago when I was going through a lot of books, I found a website, I guess, free plug, Library to Go, and also LibriVox.org.
Mm-hmm. We actually both did audio recordings for LibriVox at one point.
That was some years ago.
Which, this is an odd little nugget for you. 4 of the 5 siblings in my family have actually done things with radio type things. Or along those lines. James and I were doing audiobook recordings for a website, and then 2 of my other brothers actually were radio DJs for a time. So, interesting little FYI. Alright, number 15. What is something you like to do together? I think we kind of already answered this, didn't we?
Well, I'd like to, there's some things I would like to do together that hasn't worked out so much. I'd like to, go, and do stuff outside, more active stuff, but, you've had some challenges with some things for a while.
Mm-hmm. I would say things that, it's kind of along the same line of what he said, because I've been having some issues health-wise. I don't get out to do the activities that I would love to do. So I do a little bit more at-home kind of quiet sit-down type things instead. So I'd like to watch more movies, but we find that we usually end up watching our own programs on like our apps and things, and then we'll come and talk to each other about it. Because he's been doing the studying so much that he finds the free time when he finds the free time, and then I watch my stuff when I have free time, and then we kind of come together and talk about it. I think the last movie we watched was The Grinch, like the same one. We watched The Grinch and then The Incredibles 2. I actually, yeah, those were 2 that we watched like within the same day, but not together. But then we talked about it. Yeah. Okay, number 16. Oh, man. What is your sibling bad at? Getting to eat when the food is warm.
Right now, the long jump. Definitely. She stinks at that right now. Sorry.
Number 17. Who takes longer getting ready?
Probably.
You ask. Need you ask.
Assume, well, I don't always.
To look like this? I mean makeup and hair.
Not considering all the makeup I use.
It's true. I don't watch what he does in the bathroom.
Which is 0. Which moisturizer. That's the makeup I use.
We're both agreed. I'm sure I take longer to get ready. Which I don't think that would surprise anyone. 18. What is the last thing you talked about?
Making a video.
It's true. Number 19. Are you close? No.
No.
No, not at all. You be the judge of that. Alright, 20. What's something you can do that your sibling can't?
What's something that you Well, I know
I
the
can
easy
sing,
answer for
like,
you.
Karen Carpenter.
Yeah. Well, also you.
And you can sing kind of like Michael Bublé / Nat King
I was gonna
Cole,
say
and I can't.
I was just gonna say I can clap with one hand.
Oh, it's true. I can't do that.
Not really
it's
useful,
true,
but
I
hey.
can't. Okay, I can cook. Alright, we had to take a very short time out because my camera turned off. And we were gonna just go to number 21. What is your favorite comfort food? I think we're supposed to answer for the other person, but I'm thinking right now I'm just gonna let him answer for himself.
For me, that would either be.
Cereal.
Now you go first. I'll have to think about that.
Cereal?
No, well, no. Either a really good cinnamon roll, or some kind of like, cake, cookie thing like that. Probably involving cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Mm-hmm. What would I go for my comfort food? It's probably going to be something cheesy. Because I love cheese. Or ice cream, which is still basically cheese. in a smooth form. Bad answer.
Or like a really good, like a berry crisp,
Really...
or like a good apple pie with cinnamon, of course.
Yes, with cinnamon, of course,
and
for
ice cream
you.
with that. So.
Okay. Oh wait.
Rich baked goods.
Gluten-free carrot cake.
That is. You got to make that again at some point. She makes stuff you cannot tell it's gluten-free. It's excellent.
It's good. It's real good. Okay, number 22. What is the weird habit of your sibling? I could take this so many ways.
Apparently, I have a lot of weird habits.
I'll be kind, and I'll just say this weird habit he has is somehow you can walk through a room, and it's like Hurricane James, and he'll have 6 cabinet doors just open. I'm like, how? Why did you need to get into that many cabinet doors? You'll just leave them wide. It's a weird habit.
So, what was the question? Annoying habit?
What is the weird habit of your sibling?
I guess again this would be, because I know you have some strange habits, but I have to think of specifics.
I do. Nah.
Okay, we could probably edit this part.
Well, I do have the habit. I mean, I'm trying to give you ideas.
Yeah.
When I eat something I really, really like.
Oh, yeah, okay, yes. If you ever, if any of you out there have ever looked at any Snoopy comics, and you know that Snoopy has this weird little dance that he does, or just like that, and you see his feet just flapping like that. She does this whenever she gets food that she really likes. She actually does a little dance of her own that's a little bit like the Snoopy thing.
I can't get my feet to move that fast, though.
Kind of.
I just kind of go. Yes, I do a little happy dance when I'm eating. I think that's what it would be called.
I don't know, I microwave things for weird times. Like, they say put something in for a minute, I put it in for like 63 seconds. It's like, how do I know if it's 60 seconds exactly? It's the perfect time. It's like, for all I know, it could be 63.71 seconds. I mean, come on.
It's a quirk. I think that would be considered a quirk. Then the last question for this sibling tag is, finish the statement, my sibling is...
currently alive.
Wow. Stating the obvious, Captain Obvious. My sibling is being a pretty good sport today. So anyway, thanks for sticking around for this sibling tag. You got to know maybe a little more about us than you really need to know. Thanks for following, thanks for liking and subscribing. If you have a comment for my brother or for me, leave them down below. Love hearing from you. Thanks so much for stopping by the Stitching Cafe, and we will see you next time. There will be more visits from Mr. Brotherman.
We'll have to negotiate that.
Ciao.